Well, he's got a key to the city of Lafayette, Louisiana, but with the present company, Daniel Cormier here, I'm not sure I'm going to go so far as to call him the king of Lafayette, but Dustin Poirier has become a UFC champion, and he remains one of the best lightweights in the world.
If he's not the king of Lafayette, he's one of the kings of the UFC's lightweight division. A phenomenal striker, has such great boxing, big, strong, long arms, and an ability to fight through so much adversity to try and accomplish his goals. He's one of the most exciting fighters in the lightweight division, but also has the ability to knock you out and just out-grind you over 25 minutes.
And at times, competing as a featherweight, he was almost a victim of his own success. He did so well that he stayed down there. Of course, since moving up to 155 pounds, he has put his best foot forward, and he draws yet another elite lightweight in this spot tonight. Well, if he is not the greatest UFC featherweight champion in the promotion's history, he is certainly on the short list. That 13-fight winning streak that he put together at 145 pounds, likely something, DC, that will never be duplicated in this division.
Yes, it'll be very tough because it's such a tough division. The guys that he had to beat in order to go on a 13-fight win streak was unbelievable. It was unreal to see the names on that list that Max Holloway beat. But the crowning moment was when he beat Jose Aldo twice to win and keep his UFC featherweight championship, and then he only topped that in the destruction of Brien Ortega. Max Holloway is one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter 145 pounds has ever seen.
And with respect to Jose Aldo, Conor McGregor, and anybody else, the UFC featherweight record books read like Max Holloway's Wikipedia page. We'll see if he can add to that total here tonight. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the former UFC featherweight champion of the world, Max Blast
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, folks, you likely know the history between these two men, the future Hall of Famers, Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. Who could forget Holloway at 20 years of age, making his short-notice debut against Dustin Poirier? That was back in 2012. They met again several years later, and tonight a trilogy to be completed.
Well, you saw the second time, both much better, much more mature. Both champions, as Dustin Poirier won the interim title on that night. These guys are tremendous mixed martial artists, and anytime you put them together, you're guaranteed to have a great fight. Oh!
Knee to the body. These guys throwing early. Big left hand lands upstairs. All right, so we have got a full-on brawl to start this fight. Any concern that these guys might burn themselves out?
Oh, they're going to exhaust themselves. So we may as well enjoy it right now, because come the third round, regardless of the weight class, they're going to look like two tired heavyweights in the middle of the octagon.
Nice job by Dustin Poirier there. Sticks the target and then moves his head off the center line.
And it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement by that. Oh, good knees.
Beautiful combination. All right, so the uppercuts have been a big part of the storyline in this one, but the really been key for him. He's not telegraphing that strike, and the opponent hasn't been able to adjust.
He has not been able to see them. It's a very tricky punch, especially in the way that he throws it. He throws it at a time when you expect so many different strikes, but it's because he has such a vast knowledge of just finding that strike. That was a nice strike.
Nice job by the veteran there to counter with a jab to the head. Strong work on the feet by Poirier. All right, well, he rocked him. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. If you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
Oh, lands a massive left hand. Oh! Continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go. Superman punch now. All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strength. Oh, he is stunned, trying to recover here. Oh! Under 2 minutes to go in a back and forth first round here. Now he's got the single collar in the clinch. Holloway's got a cut on the forehead. Yes, he's bleeding now, so some work for the cut man in between rounds if we get there.
Beautiful setup to the leg kick.
Well, you can argue he's the best. Over the top. This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high with it, sometimes going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Big right hand there. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Final minute of round one. Holloway swelling now around the jaw area, so we'll keep an eye on that as this fight continues. Could be the beginning of the end here.
Massive shot lands. It's over, John. Fight's done.
Poirier's trying to lock up on a submission now.
Oh, my goodness. He might have it. This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Oh, nice combination of ground and pound here by Holloway. Round two next. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cutman will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
All right, here we go with our second round. It is Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. This crowd is going sick after what that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Clean punch.
Poirier gets hit with yet another left to the head. That's a big target, and the opponent landed it.
You know what's crazy? It was like in MMA back in the day, guys didn't jab enough. It was all power shots. Now you see guys more educated with that jab and that front hand.
he lands another strike to the body. Really? Well, this is absolutely the hurt business. It's hard to see which party is more injured, but I think both fighters have been really effective with their strikes in this one.
Yeah, both guys have been affected. Both guys have been beat up. It's a very competitive fight. Let's see who has the heart to carry them through these very tough moments.
All right, seems as though his sole focus is attacking that cut, and man, it's getting bad now. A lot of blood flowing.
Yeah, as it should be, right? He should be focused on getting to that cut, making his opponent pay. He did the work. He opened up the cut.
Oh, flying knee up top.
These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it. He's hurt bad.
Oh, how good is that? The diving punch lands flush to the head. Oh, real good submission attempt now. That one looks tight.
There it is. Good work.
Whoa, submission defense. He gets out.
I mean, the calmness in that moment. It looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head, put the guy into the mount. Not a great position, but much better than getting his arm snapped in half from an armbar.
Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
All right, so a wise decision by him to continue to attack that cut, and it's getting wider by the minute.
It's getting wider by the minute. This guy is a fantastic fighter, and he's as smart as they come. So the moment that cut opened up, you knew that that would become his focus, and we are seeing it very clear right now.
All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the feet, a huge response from the crowd, no surprise there.
I loved it. I loved all the grappling that was on display there, but fight fans want to see striking, and that's exactly what they're going to get as he finally makes his way back to his feet.
Well, perhaps it's a high fight IQ, perhaps it's obvious, but he is attacking that cut that is getting deeper by the minute.
And it seems like the right decision because you can see his opponent starting to paw at it. You can see it starting to take an effect. It's messing with him mentally. For him, he's got to continue to attack that area and hope that it just keeps getting worse and worse.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Poirier does a better job of using the guy going forward.
Poirier's blocking pretty well now, so an adjustment made by the fighter to protect that already significantly damaged nose. Under a minute now to go.
Let's go. 1 minute left in the round.
Nice uppercut on the inside there.
Nice sneaky head kick.
Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cutman's going to have some work to do if we get to the stool between them. Will do it! Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him, but for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. All right, let's get it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 21 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Max Blessed Holloway.
All right, so Max Blessed Holloway with a flush knockout here tonight. More often than not, he has played the long game in the UFC, but he did not miss here tonight. What a huge result.
I mean, Max Holloway did what Max Holloway does. You know, he's a guy that overwhelms you with activity. But it wasn't the volume tonight. It was the accuracy that allowed for him to get another massive KO.
Max Holloway proving yet again tonight that he is the class of this featherweight division.